I got to say, I've been really impressed with how much it's happened over the last 30 days that Trump has kept the majority of the promises that he made throughout the election. And yeah, even since then, the things he said he would do are happening. Now, some of them aren't accomplished yet. Some pieces are still out there, still need work. But the other thing that I've been really impressed with is his appointments that have gotten through. So far, every single person that he's nominated, with the exception of Matt Gaetz, has gotten through the confirmation process. And I would expect that to continue with the remaining nominees. Now, there is one that I guess a few Congress people on the right do have some questions about that are being addressed. And I'm sorry, I'm blanking on who that is right now. But the rest seem like they're just going to sail through at this point. But we got the big one yesterday. We got Kash Patel finally confirmed and now running the FBI.
Yes. And as you know, I've been sitting on a video. It's an AI generated video. I did not create it. Whomever did it, I thank you for doing it. But we are going to watch this for 47 minutes. And if anybody out there doesn't like or enjoy this video, you got issues, you got problems. So we're going to celebrate this very big win with this video. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Here we go.
बड़ी चली जो थी चिंगारी छोटी चिंगारी भरी 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 है मन की अलमारी आज अलमारी हुई सतरंगी चाली सतरंगी हुई सतरंगी थी जो ये रात काली खड़क तड़क भड़क चली चटक मटक फटक चली दुश्मन की देखो जो वाट लावली.
That's about perfect.
Michael, I found this video like a week ago, and I told you, I'm like, that moment he's confirmed, we're going on air on the first possible show, which it happened to be the Glazov Gang. I'm like, we're doing this.
Oh yeah, well the memes and everything else, the celebrations are just unreal. And Kash has also made a lot of promises that he's going to need to keep. And apparently the Epstein files have now already made it to Pam Bondi's desk, as she announced earlier. So she's going to be reviewing those for who may or may not be in need of some charges. And, that's not it. He's promised to release the Diddy list. I know there's going to be some complications there since that's an ongoing investigation. But I'm excited to see what else comes out of the FBI. Kash Patel has been adamant about needing essentially a declassification czar, that he wants to hand off a lot of this shady stuff that went on behind the scenes related to January 6th, going after the anti-abortion protesters, and making all of this public so people will see the machine and how it was operating behind the scenes, how our DOJ was politicized. So in addition, I think that's going to provide the clarification and force the media to talk about it. But the other big work that he's going to be doing is realigning the FBI so they actually do serve the people again. They are an element of justice instead of a political tool that's used to oppress one side of the aisle or the other.
Exactly. And I haven't been on air much. I've been just busy producing a lot of shows, which I'm not complaining. I love doing it. But off the air with you, private conversation, Michael, as you know, from day one until today, Kash Patel was the only nominee that I was absolutely excited about. I had no doubts, no complaints, nothing. Like 100% in. Everybody else, as you know, I have questioned them. I still question them. Some of them like, some of them like, no. Kash Patel from day one has been my preferred or absolutely 100% correct nominee. And again, they did drag their feet. They tried, whatever. But one thing I know for fact, and again, we have another clip we're going to play for our audience, and we're going to discuss it. That's like a side-by-side of Kash Patel versus, what's his name? Chef.
Adam Schiff, pencil
Adam
neck.
Schiff, yes. But one thing Kash Patel has proven, and again, this is coming from me, middle of the road, neither Republican nor Democrat, nothing. It's one thing he has proven is, number one, he does not run his mouth for popularity. What he says, he does consider his word, his credit, and his credibility. And I love that about him.
Yes.
He delivers like a simple, even when the hearing, he did not change his tone, his mindset, like they put up this picture of Laura Loomer and Kash Patel. It's like, right.
Yeah. Well, they had nothing on him. Instead, they were just trying to smear him any way they could, or taking things that he'd said either out of context or trying to make a big deal about something that was obviously just, a statement made in jest, trying to turn a joke into something serious. They had nothing on the guy. He is somebody that is loud. He's boisterous. He does go out there and he'll talk a little smack when he needs to, but the guy also means what he says and does what he says he will do. And again, I think it's a very bright future.